Hello there everyone, welcome to the final of Name That Ripoff number 3. I am very sorry this video is a bit late. I've been running a bit of a cold and yeah, sporting when a cold is coming up isn't the best of ideas, I've discovered. So I was a bit meh for a couple of days. Anyway, let's check out Lonely Island. Now many of you said Adventure Island, Wonder Boy. Well, I did say that it was a Famicom game, so yeah, those got released in the West, alright, so those are out. No, this is actually this game. Now, don't be too surprised if you don't recognize this, but this is very much a rip-off of a Famicom game named Hirake Ponkikki, which is based on a Japanese television show, which is kind of like the Japanese kind of Sesame Street. Although I do think Japanese have Sesame Street as well. I mean, Sesame Street's everywhere. But yeah, it's kind of like that, an educational program for kids. And they made a Famicom game about that, where you have the mascot of the show, Gashapin, the green dinosaur, who goes on adventures like this, and there are different sections, together with his red yeti buddy Muku. And it's really a two-player game, so it's kinda weird that they included here, since you can obviously not have two players, because there's a lot of competition element in the actual game. Like here you take turns to hide your characters and the other player has to find it. Doesn't work so well with one player. It was one drawback with the actual Famicom game, and of course it doesn't work here. Instead of Gashapin and Muku, we actually get Pentaru and Hanako, the penguins from Konami. And I think these are actually the sprites, or at least for Pentaru, from the penguin game where he is fat and you need to slim down. Otherwise his girlfriend there, his sweet lovely Hantaru, she won't have him. Because he's too fat, so she goes with the other dude. And yeah, now we get to a simple match the shape kind of game. Again, this was meant for two players, and for two young players obviously, where you would compete to fill this the fastest, and you would have different islands, and each island would get slightly harder. Not so much, but yeah. There was a real competitive element to it, which does not work with one player. Especially not for this, because this is just the standard paper, scissors and a stone. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. That's the name. Oh no, she's kicking my ass. And yeah, this doesn't really work with one player, obviously. Same as with Alex Kidd. I mean, it is the worst part of that game, right? But oh well. But yeah, the original Famicom game is kind of interesting in that it is a two-player game geared to towards kids. Kind of a early educational NES game. Kind of interesting like that. And there is a competitive element to it, which makes it sort of interesting for kids, I suppose. Wow, those hunts are actually quite chubby. Oh yeah, we actually got it on the first try. Nice. And let's move on to the final section, which is a maze section. Now again, this is basically used with two players, or made for two players, where you have to collect the most cherries, and whoever has the most wins. And then you move on to the next island and be all happy, go lucky, and you know, make each other's life horrible in the next level. But yeah, this only has one island, it has only one player, so it's not really that good really. What is good is the Famicom game the sprites are taken from, with the chubby penguins, which is actually quite fun. What was it called? Yume Penguin Monogatari, I think, something like that. Yeah, I think that's the one. You should check that out if you have the chance, because it actually looks like fun. But the moral of the game is totally wrong, because, come on, not taking your boyfriend because he's fat? Oh man. But yeah, it just repeats like this. See, same section. By the way, these platforming section, these are so much harder as in the original Famicom game. And also in the Famicom game, you basically compete for those pickups. Whoever picks up the most wins. But yeah, this is a lot harder. It kind of works, I guess, as a game on this device. But yeah, again, it's the original to-play game. Can you jump again? So it doesn't work as well like that. Also, it worked fairly well right now, but the joystick can really trip you up in the maze and the rock paper scissors game, as it were. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. That was Lonely Island. Kinda interesting. It's certainly the biggest game on this device, because it has like 5 minigames on its own. None of which really work out too well, but it's kinda interesting to find that on here. Never seen that on any of those devices, so that was kinda cool. But yeah, that was Name That Ripoff number 3. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for, first of all, watching these silly videos, and of course for participating. Probably do another one soon, because yeah, this was fun again, and I have a couple more of these devices. I will probably look for more actual ROM hacked ones though, because a lot of these are made to look like Famicom games, but yeah, it's hard to really spot where they were actually based on. With ROM hacks, that's not the case, so I probably look more for those. Anyway guys, this is it for me and this series. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and see you soon.